Welcome to ThoughtOffice. This is Dave Lockman, and I'll be with you over the next several weeks to help you unlock all the features and nuances of the new ThoughtOffice innovation software to help you get the most out of its power and its functions. So, let's get started. ThoughtOffice is real easy to use once you understand its interfaces, the ThoughtOffice session, the idea browser, and the topics browser. Let's begin by taking a look at the startup screen that appears when you launch ThoughtOffice. Now, the first screen you see is the ThoughtOffice session interface. This is a kind of blank palette or slate where you can combine questions, ideas, associations, notes, images, and other essential elements to create your own brainstorming session. One of the less obvious elements has to do with how you want your session to look. Elements like text color and size, as well as numbering your entries, these are all controlled from the main Preferences menu. Simply go to Edit, then Preferences, and make your selections. We'll cover more details in a future video, but I'd encourage you to play with these settings and get familiar with the options. Now that we have a look and feel designed for your specific brainstorming session, let's create one from scratch. First, click the green plus button near the upper left. This automatically adds a comment to your session. Just start typing and it will write right over the default text. I usually begin with a problem or idea that I want to tackle. So let's start with ideas for a green ad for my company. Now there's a worthy project. To save the session and start expanding on that idea, click Save. Name the file. Good. The name will now appear on the upper band of the ThoughtOffice interface. Alright, are you ready for some really cool advanced branding? Have you ever had a really genius idea and somebody in your company or maybe even your client claimed it as their own? Well, here's how we reduce that risk and make you a star in your office. Click the Session Preferences button on the ThoughtOffice interface right here. Expand the session name, add your name as the author, and even add a copyright or other idea credit information to your session, and then click OK. So now we have a session started with the text in the right colors, our brand and copyright notice, and a nice file name. It's time to get creative. Let's select the word green from the entry and click the Ideas button. See how that launched the idea browser? Pretty cool, huh? You'll also notice that the word green is plugged into the search box. Anytime you select a word or phrase in the session, then click Ideas, it automatically populates the idea browser with that word. Okay, so we have a number of options here. One is to make the idea browser bigger. Let's do that now by pulling the lower right corner of the window. Make it as big as you need to see all of the idea tabs you might use. Another cool feature is making ThoughtOffice work like you do. One way to do that is by reordering the tabs. Now I like to have pictures right up in front. So let's click the Reorder Tabs button right here and move some things around. Okay, we're moving Veer Images to tab 1, Word Association to number 2, then Definitions, Synonyms, Quotes, Lyrics, Rhyming Words, then Hypernyms and Keywords. There, that should do it. Click OK, and you'll be all set. ThoughtOffice remembers these settings for every session you create. When you click the New button during a session, it prompts you to save and close your current session. Then it opens a brand new session, just like this. The Open Session button pops up a dialog box where you can select an existing session file to edit. Session files, of course, end in the extension .exs. Let's reopen our session, Ideas for a Green Ad for My Company. Saving your work is as easy as pressing the Save button. Do this frequently as you work. Or, if you feel like taking off on a tangent, you can save your session under a new file name, keeping the original session intact. Just select File, Save As, and type in your new file name. In future videos, we'll explore all the other ways that ThoughtOffice allows you to add brainstorming content to your sessions. But for now, save your work and we'll take a quick look at the Print button. When you press Print, you can select from predefined templates specifically for your type of presentation. You can also adjust the font and image size before you print, And if you check the print preview box, you can even preview your session on screen before sending it to the printer. And of course, you can also print your session. Well, that wraps up this video feature review. For ThoughtOffice brainstorming and productivity software, I'm Dave Lockman. Be seeing you soon.